fourth video in a series of 5 focuses on the simple but necessary actions each of us can take to help prevent the spread of aquatic invasive species, AIS, in Manitoba's water bodies, and the measures you should take when moving your watercraft and equipment from waterbody to waterbody. All water users play a critical role in protecting Manitoba's world-class natural resources and from the introduction and spread of aquatic invasive species, AIS. AIS, such as zebra mussels and spiny water flea, are a serious threat to our environment, economy, and our way of life. If you've watched the first 3 videos, you'll know that AIS can spread in 2 main ways. AIS can move downstream to new water bodies by the natural movement of water. Secondly, AIS can be moved over land and to new areas by people. Aquatic invasive species can also be introduced by various pathways. The movement of bait, release of aquarium organisms, escape of non-native plants are other examples of how AIS and diseases can spread to new areas. However, the movement of watercraft and water-related equipment from one water body to another is the greatest threat to spread AIS. The good news is the spread of AIS by people is preventable. We know that using the clean, drain, dry method every time you leave a water body is the simplest and most effective way to prevent the spread of AIS. You may be wondering why clean, drain, and dry anyway? Why not just decontaminate? Here's why. The clean, drain, dry, and decontaminate actions are sequential steps. They each add layers of protection against the human spread of AIS. Clean means the physical removal of visible AIS, debris, animals, mud, and plants, including algae. This step removes AIS itself or substances where AIS can hide. Drain means to get rid of standing water. This is where the hard-to-see spiny water flea and microscopic AIS like larval zebra mussels can survive and would not be otherwise removed by cleaning. Also, remove drain plugs to further ensure draining when transporting watercraft over land. Dry means eliminating any residual wetness or dampness missed in the cleaning and draining steps. For example, the action of wiping down surfaces can help crush any AIS and remove trace habitats, further decreasing the chance of AIS survival. These 3 quick and simple steps do not require special equipment to complete and are effective if done before leaving any water body in Manitoba. Decontamination is a disinfection procedure that aims to kill any overlooked AIS. Decontamination is an additional step following clean, drain, dry, and only applies when items have been removed from an area known to have AIS. It is understandable that the risk of humans spreading AIS to other areas is much greater after being in an AIS-invaded area. As a result, a greater risk of spreading AIS is met with a corresponding level of AIS protection. To avoid the decontamination step, you have 3 options. 1. Use uninvaded water bodies. 2. Stay within a single AIS control zone. Or 3. Dedicate equipment to be used solely in one water body or a single control zone. Moving watercraft and equipment between invaded and non-invaded water bodies and even between control zones greatly increases the risk of spreading AIS. Stopping the movement results in stopping the spread. Together, clean, drain, dry, and decontaminate are additive steps to become free of AIS. They target various stages and types of AIS to offset the level of risk human behaviors pose for spreading AIS to new areas. If you are uncertain whether you have been in an AIS-invaded water body, especially if you had used a water body outside of Manitoba, it is recommended to decontaminate the watercraft and all water-related equipment before placing the items into a Manitoba water body. Protecting Manitoba's water bodies and landscapes is everyone's responsibility. Be part of the solution and always clean, drain, dry, and if required, decontaminate to protect water bodies from aquatic invasive species.